Hello everyone, I am Imaduddin and this is my assignment for machine learning using Python course on skypilabs.com. In this assignment, our aim is to develop a machine learning model using linear regression to predict the monetary value of a new house. Here we use Boston House price dataset which was already available on sklearn library. This project is divided into 5 steps. Step 1 is data processing. Step 2 is normalizing the data. Step 3 is splitting the data into training and testing. Training set will be used to develop the model and testing set will be used to test the data. Step 4 will be training a model using linear regression. This step involves learning the target function from the given training data. And finally, step 5 will be predicting using test data. To begin, first we import all the libraries required for the development. Like NumPy. NumPy is a library used to handle multi-dimensional arrays. It provides an easy way to perform vectorized operation. We import NumPy with an alias np so that we use np to access the functions of NumPy. And we also import pandas. Pandas provide easy to use data structures for data analysis. We use pd as an alias for pandas. After that, we import matplotlib. It is used to draw graphs. mpl is the alias for matplotlib. We also import a function animation from matplotlib.animation. It helps us to generate animations which helps us visualize the process. These were some commonly used libraries in machine learning process. But some libraries which are specific for our project like metrics, dataset, etc. need to also be imported. We import them from sklearn library. Sklearn means scikit-learn. It provides many machine learning algorithms out of the box. From sklearn dataset, we import load_Boston. This function loads Boston House price dataset. And then we also import mean squared error. This measures the mean squared errors between predicted and true values. Similarly, we also import train test split and min max scaler. Finally, we import HTML from ipython.display. This is used to display results on the screen. So let's begin with the step 1, that is data pre-processing. So to begin, we have to load the dataset. When we load the dataset, we get all the details about the Boston House prices. As you can see from the description, we can see that the number of instances are 506 and number of attributes are 13. And this is the attribute information. We use these attributes to predict the target value. So after that, using features.head, we can arrange the data into tabular column. Similarly, we use it for target.head to arrange this in tabular column as well. After that, using concatenation function, we merge features and target into a single data frame. Here we use axis as 1 to make it concatenate column wise. Since the default behavior of concatenate function is in pandas is to concatenate by rows. So after that, we use describe function to generate a summary of the dataset. The description of data frame provides a bird's eye view of the kind of values stored in the columns. For example, here we can see that the range of this information is between 5 and 50, and also the mean is 22.53 and standard deviation is 9.20. The describe method computes the following parameters for each column. Count, that is number of rows. Mean is the number of columns. STD is standard deviation of the column. MIN is the minimum value in the column. 25% is the 25 percentile. 50% is the 50 percentile. 75% is the 75 percentile. And MAX is the maximum value in the column. Next step is computing the correlations and visualizing the correlations between each of the attributes and target. Calculate correlations between every column on the data. There are many methods, but we use Pearson correlation method. After that, take absolute value of correlations. Sort the list of pairs in decreasing order. Here set the reverse parameter as true since it is off by default. Note that the correlation value should be taken as the key for sorting. Now we plot correlation value with target's value as a bar graph. And here we can observe that the attribute LSTAT, that is lower status percentage of the population, has the maximum correlation at about 0.7, and the attribute CHAS has the minimum correlation with the target value. That shows that the target value will vary more frequently with LSTAT. It is more sensitive to LSTAT attribute among other attributes. Therefore, we will be using LSTAT model to develop our model. Hence, with this our pre-processing process is complete, and now the next step will be to normalize the data. Since our LSTAT was very high, we use LSTAT to get our X data frame and target to get our Y data frame. Now we scale the data on a scale of 0 to 1 using min-max scaler. After normalization is done, our next job is to split the data into testing and training set. In this case, I have divided my testing data in the ratio 4:1, that is 80% and 20%. But you can even take it in other ratios like 70% and 30% and so on. The choice is yours. The next step will be to build the model. To build the model, first we define the error function, then we update the function, and finally we define the gradient descent function. After performing these functions, we get M and C values. As we can see, the M value is minus 0.8121 and C value is 0.63499. Using this data, we can plot regression line on the testing data set. So on plotting the data set, the blue dots represents training Y values and red line denotes the linear correlation. And here we can observe that it fits quite well for our given data. Similarly, we also have to plot error values, and we have taken 250 iterations, and we can see that after about 50 iterations the error value decreases to minimum, that is 0.1. And here is some animations to observe the change in prediction error. And the final step after training is predicting using test dataset. For prediction, we calculate the prediction on the test dataset as a vectorized operation. Then we compute MSE for predicted values. MSE means mean square error. So we get MSE as 0.02021, so on. Then we put this X test, Y test and predicted values into a single data frame so that we can see the predicted values alongside the testing dataset using these functions. Now we plot the predicted values along the target values. So here is the plot we get. After that, we have to revert normalization data to obtain the predicted prices of the house in US dollars. We do that by using inverse transform function. After applying it, we get the following result. And here we can see that the target house price in US dollars and predicted house price in US dollars are almost identical. So hence we predicted the house values using machine learning. Thank you.